events, and then hone in on exactly the 30 seconds around 2:02 a.m. when they then again, without consent, without a warrant, without exigency, respectfully, defendant's assertion we have to go in now belies all the other objective evidence at the time, and that will come out with additional witnesses and additional body cams. So to now claim, as we've already started the evidence, because they don't like the court's pretrial rulings, it's no way, Your Honor.
Your Honor, we were making these arguments before the trial started.
And you got ruled against.
And no, he held it in abeyance. And it's interesting, they're citing Supreme Court law, which Mr. Luna was just saying federal opinions are hearsay. So I guess we can't rely on any opinions from the Court of Appeals.
All right, hold on. All right, so is there any new arguments that we have to make here? Because I've already heard the same arguments regurgitated several different times.
I'd like to respond to Barnes v. Felix.
Yes, you can respond, and then the court's going to rule.
Okay. Counsel for the state has referenced Barnes v. Felix. Interestingly enough, Barnes v. Felix rejected a circuit opinion that says you focus on the last 2 minutes of the incident, that they still follow Graham v. Connor, which is the totality of the circumstances. So the state doesn't want us to talk about Graham v. Connor, and in fact, they're citing Barnes v. Felix that says Graham v. Connor is still in place. Now, the totality of the circumstances actually supports the reasonableness of the force, because there were several aggravated assaults prior to the use of force in the last 2 minutes. There was, in the 20 minutes beforehand, there was a lot of talk about the aggravated assaults, witnesses of the aggravated assaults, people talking about the hammer and so forth. So we're not focusing on the last 2 minutes, even though the criminal conduct happened in the last minute of the accused attacking these defendants. And interestingly about Barnes v. Felix, that was one of the very cases that Judge Bimperod cited in his report. So if they want us to believe that Barnes v. Felix controls, and you should be persuaded by Barnes v. Felix, then certainly, if Bimperod relied upon it, his order should be relied upon as well.
All right, so the jury charge is going to have all the law. Right? The court instructed the jury initially that they cannot begin deliberations until the court gives them instructions to begin deliberations. That's going to be at the conclusion of the evidentiary portion of this part of the trial. So I will provide to each of you a proposed charge, which has already been prepared. That's going to have the law. I'm going to deny the defense requests for the court to take judicial notice of the federal court case. We already hashed that out. We did it during pretrial, and I'm sticking to that ruling. I'm going to grant the defense objection to preclude the state from calling this an unlawful arrest. Everything else would be a fact issue. That makes sense?
Your Honor, without calling it an unlawful arrest, can we provide the evidence, and will the jury ultimately be instructed on whether or not the officer under 1405 is acting lawfully or unlawfully in making an arrest in her residence?
We can make that determination later on in the trial, depending on evidence that comes out.
Your Honor, can our experts, as experts who are entitled to rely on hearsay or anything else, can they rely on the opinion of the federal court here in the Western District that this was reasonable? Are they entitled to rely? Are you going to say that that was one of the pillars that they're relying on for their opinion?
We could talk about their opinions. We could talk about things that they relied on without making specific reference to the federal court case. Specifically the ones that y'all are talking about, that federal court case, because it relates specifically to whatever. This jury's going to get the same evidence or other evidence that y'all want to put before them, whatever the case may be. I don't have any concept what that federal court case was, just because I wasn't present at the time of the evidence. But whatever evidence came in, you'll have the opportunity to provide that evidence before this jury.
The opinion, with all due respect, says that he looked at the body cameras that have been introduced in this case. He gave a narration of.
Are you talking about the court?
Yes, Bimperod.
Okay, so we're not going to get into the court's rulings.
Okay.
Or the court's opinion, but evidence, whatever evidence you want to attempt to and now remember, both sides have an opportunity to object. So if there's something that y'all don't like, I mean, I'm not gonna rule specifically on legal issues, other than y'all have the ability to object when that time comes as it relates to the testimony. Y'all object, and we deal with it then, and then we go from there. That make sense?
Whatever your ruling is, Judge.
All
Yes,
right.
Your Honor, we're clear.
Okay. Let's bring that. So you gotta work on the,
Yeah.
yeah.
Barbara has that document, it's gonna be in the back.
Okay.
If you need anything.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
I'm gonna give each of y'all a very preliminary charge now. But I only have 2 copies at the moment.
One for us?
One for y'all, let me get one for the defense. Just one. You could always make copies.
Pressure's on.
You could always make copies.
Appreciate it, Judge.
Yeah, I only got so much paper here.
What was that, Judge?
Y'all ready?
We are.
All right.
We're presuming I'm crossed by Ben, right?
Yes.
All right.
Had you already started cross, Mr. Suplee? Had you already, okay, that's right.
Dave, will we able to switch that?
He showed us how to switch it back to our side. Yes, sir.
Are you guys all rise for the jury? May be seated. Everybody good with the correct note pads, everybody? Thank you.
All right, members of the jury, welcome back. Hope you've had a pleasant day so far. We anticipate going through to the end of the day. Today, I believe we're working on our dockets now to make sure that we can do all day, 2 days. I think the trial's going a little slower than what we anticipated. Where we last left off, defense, we were at your cross. You may continue.
We need the witness.
Unsworn.
Yes, sir.
May I approach the scanner?
Yes.
Is that what you wanted, sir?
Yes. Officer Rojas, you're familiar with, well, let me show this to you first before we start looking at it. May I approach witness?
Yes.
This is defendant's exhibit number 1. You recognize that, correct?
Yes, sir.
And what is that?
It's a incident detail report.
I'm sorry?
Incident detail report.
For this call that you're testifying about today, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Can you turn his microphone on, Ben?
This is mine.
Oh,
Can you test it?
that's it.
All right. All right, I'm gonna flip to page 3 of that IDR. Orient better. significance of this time that we have above the point of whoops? The significance of this time that we have above the point.
The 622, the 2332.
Yes. What's the significance of that time?
It's a response time.
Okay. Well, do you know how to read an IDR?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I were to represent to you that that's the time that the first call came in, would you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the call came in at 11:32 the previous day, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And if we go down, we can see when you responded, correct? Actually, in fairness to you, I believe we need to actually go to the second page. You were 61, you were 61, 20C, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you arrived at 12:43:17, correct?
Yes, sir.
So the call had been holding for over an hour and 14 minutes or so?
Yes, I believe so.
All right. And flip to 5610. Oops. It's 5610, and it says, Jesus Rojas response. Explain to the jurors what that is.
Is that's the time that I entered her information. I don't think it's my working.
And would you agree with me that you did a copy and paste of her information from another screen?
Yes, sir.
And would you agree with me that when you run someone, you're supposed to run it correctly according to how you're trained, and there's a phrase that people use in patrol called the long way, correct?
Excuse me?
The long way.
I don't know what that phrase is.
So, well, did you run it the way you were taught?
I ran her information to our system, yes.
The way you were taught?
Like I said, I ran the information to the system.
All right, and it comes up to another page, doesn't it? It's on another screen that you run the information, correct?
It's on our MBT.
Right, but it's not the IDR screen, it's another screen, correct?
Yeah, it's a different screen on the MBT.
Okay. It's another program on the MDT. Would you agree?
Like I said, I ran it on the MBT.
You don't know what program you use?
Judge, I'm sorry, I don't think they can hear.
Yeah, I can't.
The mic's not
I can't
working.
really hear him.
It's not. It's not on.
Counsel, do you have the other mic?
Dead.
Is it on?
It's dead.
It's dead?
Yeah.
Where's the other mic at, Counsel?
One's here, one that was here is now up here.
I think we need this one, Judge. I mean, we're allowed.
Proceed.
Yes.
The MDT is a laptop computer, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. Correct?
No, sir. We ran them on one of the systems on the actual on the CAD on our CAD
Yeah,
network.
and what do you call that screen?
It's just information, I guess. Where?
And that has access to someone's criminal history, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so when you run someone's name on that, would you agree with me
Their history comes off first. Then you got to get their SID and paste it a different and render SID by.
It's called the long way of running someone, correct?
Yes, sir. It's one of the ways to do it.
And you do it the correct way, correct?
Excuse me?
You do it the long way, don't you?
Like I said, I got her information first, and I copied and pasted on the computer.
Okay. When you run their name, you run it what's called the long way, correct?
Like I said, when I ran the name, I ran her put. That's what I got. I did not run her SID.
I'm sorry?
I didn't run her SID.
Not running her SID, correct?
It doesn't tell you what point of time you have to run her SID.
Are you telling me that your FTOs never told you to run?
It never tells.
Okay, that's not my question. Before.
Sure.
So you actually ran her, correct? Or 1256.
Yeah, probably a little bit before.
All right. And so if you ran her information at 1256, you had you went into the car at around 1250, 1251, according to your body camera, right?
Yes, sir.
So you had 6 to 7 minutes to run her on the computer, did you not?
Yes, I did.
So you had plenty of time to run her completely, did you not?
Yes, sir.
All right. And so if you had run her the way you were supposed to, you would have come up with her criminal history. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, if I would have ran her, yes.
So, but you're telling this jury that you didn't run her the correct way and you didn't see her criminal history, or are you telling her that you ran the criminal history the correct way and didn't see her criminal history? Which is it?
Like I said, I ran her name and date of birth, and her information pops up. In order to get the criminal history, you gotta put the SID in there.
Now,
So I was looking at other
all right.
calls.
I'm asking you anything further. Thank you. Now, you would agree with me that Officer Salinas showed up at 101:37 according to the key card. You want me to show you? I can show you.
It doesn't say on here. It says the key.
Speak up.
So Officer Salinas is 63.
Yes, sir.
All right, and according to that, all right, now, you told us that when he showed up, he took over the call. So at 1:07, charge of the call, correct? And you would agree with me that you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
I'm handing you what's been marked as a Defendant's Exhibit 24. Do you recognize that?
Yes, sir.
And what is that?
It's procedure 410 of the Journal Manual.
All right.
Body-worn cameras.
And you're required to abide by that, correct?
Yes, sir.
Go to page 5 of the procedure, and it's under 410.07. Actually, is that a true and correct copy of the procedure that was in effect at the time?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right.
Missing pages. Okay.
There's no missing pages. It's just printed on front and back, correct?
Yeah.
All right. We will tender Defense Exhibit 24 to the state for inspection and objections of any, and we would offer same at this time.
All right, it's admitted.
Now, we were on page 5 of 12 of Exhibit 24, and I'm directing your attention to 410.07, which has the heading, When a Body Camera Video Can Be Stopped. Seven. Now, I'll tell you what, I'll read it. A says the body worn camera and then subsection one, all arrests have been made and arrestees have been transported and released from custody. That's B1.
Yes, sir.
And B2 says all witnesses and victims have been interviewed, and you agree that 2 says that?
Yes, sir.
And it says number 3, the continued recording will not serve to obtain additional evidence. It says that, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. You would agree with me that all arrests had not been made when you stopped your body camera.
Oh, yes, sir.
And you agree that all witnesses and victims had been interviewed when you stopped your body-worn camera, correct?
I said it was the end of a call already.
Okay. That's not the question
It was
I
the end
asked.
of the call.
That's not the question I
Okay, so
asked
what's
you.
your question then?
I asked you, when you stopped your body-worn camera, all witnesses and victims had not been interviewed, correct?
Like I said, when I stopped it, the maintenance man wasn't there anymore. Wasn't there yet.
All right. But you didn't wait for him, did you?
Yes, we did. They said they couldn't contact one, and we left it at that, and we left.
All right. But you agree with me that Jonathan Salinas started his body camera a few minutes after you stopped your body camera because he was interviewing Kenji Uno, the maintenance man, correct?
Yes, sir.
So if you had waited 2 more minutes, you would have been able to talk to one of the witnesses, Kenji Uno. You would agree with that, right?
Like I said, it was the end of the call already.
That's
We
not
were
the
done with
question.
the
That's
call.
not the question
So
I
that's my
asked.
answer.
If you had waited 2 more minutes, you would have been able to talk
When
to.
we ended the call.
Wait a minute. Let me finish my question, and I want you to answer it. Had you waited 2 more minutes for Kenji Uno, the witness, the manager, the owner, for purposes of criminal mischief, you would have been able to talk to a witness. Yes or no?
When they told us that they couldn't get a hold of him, we
It's
ended
yes
the
or no,
call.
it's yes or no.
If we would have waited, yes, but they told us they
Okay,
couldn't get a hold of one, so
thank
we
you,
ended the
thank
call.
you, thank you. Now, under 410.08, you're supposed to upload your body worn cameras at the end of the shift, correct?
Yes, sir.
Explain what that means to the jury.
That means that after your shift, you dock your cameras. There's a docking station at the substation.
All right, and you're supposed to dock all videos recorded that day, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And would you agree with me that procedure 410.12 has a section called video categorization and retention, and if we go to page 8, the minimum period for retention is 180 days.
Yes, sir.
All right. And since we know Salinas took over the call, it was his decision on when to stop the call or the recording, right?
Once he told us what was wrong, that we couldn't get hold of anybody that who we talked to, we all ended our call.
Sir, that's not my question.
Okay.
You
Well,
agree- listen to my question.
if you want me to answer, I'll answer.
Listen to my question. You agree that since Salinas took over the call, it was up to him to decide when to end the call, correct?
It's up to him when he decides he ended the call for himself.
All right. So do you agree that he showed up at 1:37 and he should have been using his body worn camera at the time he showed up at 1:01:37?
Can you repeat yourself?
Do you understand that when he showed up, he should have activated his body worn camera, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, and if that camera is missing, the retention period of 180 days, there's enough time to retrieve it if everybody uploaded their body cameras as required by the procedure, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, now, I understand that people can make mistakes, and I'm sure you've made mistakes, and in fact, in this case, we know Eleazar started his body worn camera on a previous call, forgot to turn off his camera, and so 2 calls are on the same video. That has happened before, correct?
Yes, sir.
And if that happened for Jonathan Salinas, given the 180-day retention policy, and given the fact that you upload all your cameras, they could have retrieved the previous call and caught his camera on when he first arrived at 1:01:37, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, would you agree that we don't have any evidence, or if you don't, we don't have any evidence as to why Jonathan Salinas ended his call as required by procedure 410?
I don't know that.
All right. And you agree with me that if you end your call, you're required to state the reason why you're ending the call on the body worn camera, correct?
We're required to at least say that we ended it.
Okay. And you didn't say on your body worn camera that you were ending the call and why, did you?
I'm not sure, sir.
All right. And if you don't say why on your body worn camera, you're supposed to write a report, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you didn't write a report saying why you ended the call, correct?
No, sir.
And you agree with me that after you ended the call the first time, within 2 minutes you started the camera up again, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you stated in your witness statement that you had a chance to review all of your body worn camera. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you gave a statement to one of the detectives at around 7:34 or so, correct?
I don't know exact time, but I believe it was
Right.
later that evening, that morning, earlier that morning.
And when you got back to the station, you didn't upload the videos until around 5 o'clock in the morning, correct?
Excuse me?
You didn't upload your videos until 5 o'clock in the morning,
I don't know exactly what time I uploaded them.
all right?
As soon as we got to the homicide office, we docked our cameras.
All right. Now, let's talk about procedure 611. That is the procedure that deals with the mental health consumer. You're familiar with that, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you would agree that in 611, it says officers should remain aware of the location of their cover officer along with others involved in the situation. You're required to do that, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, and it also says the officer should keep these persons, the mental health person, under close observation, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that should be maintained throughout the incident, correct?
Yes, sir.
And it says a frisk of the individual and a search of the immediate surrounding areas are conducted in accordance with GM Procedure 502, correct?
Yes, sir.
And I want to make absolutely clear, 611.08 requires you to arrest and book the person if there is probable cause for defense, correct?
Yes, sir.
And after you arrest the person, if it's a felony, you still book them, take them to the jail, but you tell the magistrate why they might be a mental health individual, correct?
Yes, sir.
So in this case, if you knew that a felony had been committed, you were required to arrest her and take her to jail and then tell the magistrate that she might qualify for an emergency detention, correct?
I didn't know it was a felony yet.
I'm sorry?
I didn't know it was a felony yet.
Okay. But when it's a felony, that's what you're required to do, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And even if you didn't know if it was a felony, 611.08 A B 4B says with the supervisor's approval, you conduct a warrantless emergency detention in lieu of arrest if the person with mental illness has committed a misdemeanor criminal offense other than DWI and family violence. So before you could ED a person for a misdemeanor, you had to get the approval of your sergeant, correct?
Yes, sir.
And at no time did you contact any sergeant asking for approval to ED Melissa Perez, correct?
We never got to that point.
All right. And the reason we never got to that point is you didn't arrest her, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, switch. All right. I'm going to show you part of your body on camera. And it starts at 45:20, and we're going to play it. It's already been admitted into evidence.
Maps of what the disaster was gonna be from that side of America.
So
to
what
this
happened,
side.
man? What happened
With what?
with the box in there?
What do you want me to tell you?
Your dog?
You told us?
Yeah.
Not who you are?
Yeah.
What do you want me to tell you? The anger.
So what happened?
See, once I cut them wires off, there's a lot of audio that went. And then, you don't believe me? I can show you some stuff.
There's a lot of what?
I can show you some evidence. Evidence of what I'm investigating.
What are you investigating?
What am I investigating? What I'm investigating is the harassment of people.
Okay.
The audios, the way they make people sound,
Okay.
the way they make them seem.
Now, I could play this for another minute, but you'd agree with me that during these 2 minutes, you had the opportunity to arrest, handcuff Melissa Perez, correct?
Yes, sir.
And had you arrested her, what we see in the next 29 seconds would not have happened. I'll show you. So you agree with me, had you arrested her when you said you could, what we saw just now would not have happened, correct?
If she's in handcuffs, yes, sir.
Right. I'm going to show you the next video. Actually, I'm going to speed it up. This is your cover officer. This is the same incident that we saw previously, but from your cover officer's body camera.
Hey, lady, get over here. Get over here. Hey, Melissa, come get your dog. All right. Come get him. All right, Melissa, come here. Where did you put the wires?
Alright, and had you arrested Melissa Perez, what we saw there in that stretch of video from Officer Ramos would not have happened, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm showing you from your body camera, the time is 1:38:22. What's that glass that has the yellowish green substance in it?
I don't know.
Isn't that the urine from
I don't know what that is.
Santos de la Rosa?
I don't know what that is.
Alright. Is it consistent with urine?
It could be Gatorade.
Alright. So, let's watch what happens.
Can you open the door for us? You can barely walk? Alright. If you don't open the door, we're gonna kick the door down. Keep it right here. Do you think you can open the door for us?
You're harassing him now. Get out. Before I file charges on both of you.
Melissa, open the door, or I kick it down.
You kick it down, and you're gonna have charges against
All right.
you. You don't have no warrant. You ain't got no jurisdiction.
Alright. You would agree with me whether you had arrested Melissa Perez or not. the San Antonio Police Department could not have abandoned Santos de la Rosa even if you had arrested Melissa Perez, correct?
Can you explain yourself?
All right. Had you arrested Melissa Perez, the San Antonio Police Department could not have left Santos de la Rosa by himself as an invalid, correct?
If they went over there looking for him, then I don't know what your question is.
So had you arrested Melissa Perez, gone to her residence and seen Santos de la Rosa and determined that he was an invalid that couldn't care for himself, you could not have abandoned him. You would agree?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. This is your body camera, and it starts at 1:40:29.
Then you could open the.
And I'm going to back up a little bit. At 1:40:32, Melissa Perez runs from right to left across the screen of view, correct?
Yes, sir.
And she's running fast, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you know later that she comes back with a hammer, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's see what happens.
Then you could open the seal.
All right, so at 1:40:36, 1:40:37, you tell Salinas, can you open the screen door, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And at 1:40:43, in response to your request, Salinas is jumping over the railing, correct?
Yes, sir.
And I stopped it at 1:40:47. I'm going to ask you to focus in the next second or two on the opening in the window to the right of the TV. And I stopped it at 1:40:49. Did you notice what Melissa Perez was doing at that time?
She was running towards the window.
What was she running with?
But I couldn't see at that.
All right. You saw what she was running with?
No.
All right. But you agree that at this time you yelled, "Watch out, watch out, watch out."
Yes, sir.
All right. And you saw in real time with your own eyes she was running with a hammer, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Your Honor, for the record, just kind of clarifying the picture here, we're looking at Ramos's visual and we're listening to Rojas's audio from when he was at the window in the last screen. Am I correct?
Well, it says Ramos here. I apologize.
This is not his body worn camera, the images.
Well, this is stitched together. All three are stitched together, and the first, this one is, this is your body camera, right?
I don't know.
All right. Well, that is Ramos in the, no, I'm sorry, this is Salinas in the window, correct?
Yes, sir.
And Ramos has yet to show up yet, to the patio, right? Because he's kicking the door, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so this is your body camera, right?
I guess.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
And when you said watch out, watch out, watch out, what did we just see?
Miss Perez run out the window with the hammer.
All right? And what did Officer Salinas do in response to that?
Move back. Get out of the way.
And if you hadn't moved back, you would have been hit with the hammer, don't you think?
Could have. Yes, sir.
All right. All right, you see this screen on the patio?
Yes, sir.
Do you think would you agree with me that the width of this screen is about 2.5 feet?
I don't know.
You would agree that it's close to that, right?
Yeah, probably.
And so we can tell that if this is 2.5 feet, that anyone standing at the corner closest to the patio rail would be approximately 4 to 5 feet away from the window, correct?
Possibly.
All right.
Come open the door. Hey.
5200 on Pearsall. 5200.
All right. So what did we just see on your body worn camera?
Miss Perez throw the candle at Officer News.
All right. And he said, I have one at gunpoint. She has a hammer, right?
Yes, sir.
And the E-tone went out, right?
Yes, sir.
And then she threw the candle, right?
Yes, sir.
Now this is Officer Ramos' body camera in the same scene.
Your phone.
Now, you knew at this point in time, 1:49, that Officer Ramos was trying to kick the door to gain entry, correct?
I was on the other side.
But you knew he was kicking the door. to
I
gain
don't know what he
entry.
was doing over there.
All right.
I could see from the camera.
But you never tried to stop him from entering the residence, did you?
Like I said, I was on the other side.
All right. And did we just hear her say, "Shoot me"?
Yes, sir.
All right. And we stopped it at 1:40:56.
Come open the door. Hey.
And what did we just see on Officer Ramos' camera?
Can you play it back?
Open the door. Hey.
What did we just see?
Miss Perez throw a candle.
All right. And that conduct was aggravated assault on a peace officer?
With the candle?
Yes.
I don't know what they'll justify that. I mean,
So
what the
it's
offense?
assault on a peace officer, isn't it?
Oh, yes, sir.
And when she swung the hammer 2 times at him, that's aggravated assault on a peace officer, correct?
Yes, sir.
And just for the record, under 14.01, when you see a felony offense committed within your view, you have the authority to make an arrest, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you would agree with me that both Ramos and Salinas drew down on Ms. Pettis, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And this is going to be Officer Salinas' camera in the same time frame.
You can open the screen door.
All right. And tell us what happened there.
Officer Salinas tried to take the screen off, and Miss Perez ran at him.
Ran at him with what?
The hammer.
And she did what?
Swung at him.
All right. And the hammer came out the window, didn't it?
I'm not sure.
You're gonna get shot!
And what did we just see her doing at 140.52 to 140.54?
She was holding a hammer, like like if she was gonna try to swing it.
Like she was trying to swing it?
Yes, sir.
There's no doubt in your mind that she was going to try to swing it?
She had it in that position.
All right. Let's see if I can slow this down. Okay, I played that in slow mode. Did you see the hammer come out the window?
Yes, sir.
And did you see her extend it towards Officer Salinas?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you've seen for the last 10 or so seconds that Officer Salinas has his gun drawn and pointed at Melissa Perez. Is he committing a crime there?
No, sir.
Why not?
Because she tried swinging the hammer at him.
And he's threatening deadly force in response to her use of deadly force, correct?
Yes, sir.
And if his conduct's not unlawful, then what you're saying is that Melissa Perez's conduct in swinging the hammer at Jonathan Salinas was unlawful, correct?
Yes, sir.
So what did we just see there?
Miss Perez threw the candle out the window.
All right. Now, what we saw with the hammer strikes and these 3 videos and the candle toss, none of those things would have happened had you arrested Melissa Perez where you had a chance, correct?
No, sir.
All right. You agree with me? Had you arrested her, those things wouldn't have happened, right?
All I could do is,
Do you agree?
you want me to answer your question?
Do you either yes or no?
Yes.
All right. Now, this, the time is 2:02:05, and this is Officer Flores' body camera. You were behind him, were you not?
I'm not sure, sir.
You were
was in the
present
area.
when he went over the railing, right?
Excuse me?
You were present when Alfred Flores, your sergeant, went over the railing, correct?
I was in the area, yes.
You saw him, right?
I was in the area.
Did you see him?
I was in the area.
Did you see him, yes or no?
No.
You did not see him.
No. I was in the area, and I was more towards the side of the actual where the other room was at.
All right, well, let's take a look at him going over the railing, and I'm going to ask you some questions and see if you agree with me. All right, so his body camera is facing another individual with the beanbag shotgun, correct?
Yes, sir.
And who is that person?
I believe that's one of the Sergeant Rivera.
All
I
right.
believe, I'm not sure.
And would you agree that based upon the orientation of the body camera, that Alfred Flores' torso is facing away from the window?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to show you Officer
Thompson's body worn camera.
That item's not in evidence.
All right, well then, we'll introduce it.
I think we're at 25.
We're tendering for the record, Travis Thompson's body cameras 1 and 2, which are evidence exhibits 25 and 26 for inspection and objection, if any.
Are you representing that these were what we gave you?
Exactly.
Okay, then no objection.
Right there, admitted.
All right. I'm showing you Officer Thompson's body worn camera. Who do we see in the window there?
Miss Perez.
And what is she doing?
Standing by the window.
I'm sorry?
All right.
Standing by the window.
And do you know for a fact that she was running towards Alfred Flores?
She was running towards the window. Yes, sir.
She was running towards the window, right?
Yes, sir.
And you see Alfred Flores' head above the railing, right?
Yes, sir.
And the time is 2:02:06, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you would agree that at 2:02:06 that Alfred Flores doesn't have the ability to see her approaching, correct?
No, sir. That's poor tactics.
I'm sorry?
That's poor tactics.
Okay, poor tactics or not, he doesn't have the ability to see, right?
Like I said, it's poor tactics. But yes, he doesn't.
He doesn't have the ability to see.
No,
right?
sir.
All right, so when you failed to arrest Melissa Perez, that was poor tactics, correct?
All I could do is
Yes or
control
no?
what I
Was
did.
it poor
I can't
tactics
control
when you
anything else
failed to
anybody else
arrest?
did.
Yes or no?
No, sir. I was still trying to investigate what I had.
Okay, so you're telling this jury that it was okay for you not to arrest her when you knew she was mental?
We never got to that point.
Oh, well, I thought you testified you knew that she was mental beforehand. And you already admitted that you should have frisked her beforehand, right?
Like I said, we always call for a female when it's another female.
Okay.
The female could frisk her.
I'm glad you mentioned that because not once did you ask for Maria Selene, the dispatcher, to have Maria Selene show up, right?
We never got to that point.
Okay. It's a yes or no. You never asked, you could have asked the dispatcher to send Maria Salinas over, correct?
Like I said, we never got to that point.
Sir, it's not whether you got to that point or not. When you realized she was mental and she needed to be emergency detained, you knew you were required to have her frisked. Yes?
Like I said, we never
Yes
got to
or
that
no?
point. Once I had her in handcuffs and we're ready to, before we take off, yes, I would have called for her.
All right, so, but you never handcuffed her either, did you?
No, we never got to that point.
Okay, because you failed to arrest her,
Like
right?
I said, we never got to that point.
And you admitted that you had plenty of time, 2 minutes to arrest her, and you didn't arrest her. So,
Like I said, we never got to that point.
so you failed to arrest her and you failed to have her frisked, right?
We never got to that point.
So that's poor tactics, right?
Huh?
That's poor tactics, right?
If you look at all those videos, there's a lot of poor tactics on those videos.
All right, so, but are you willing to admit to this jury you used poor tactics, yes or no?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure?
Yeah.
Okay, what are all the poor tactics you used?
Like I said, I didn't get to that point to arrest her yet. I was trying to just keep her calm till clever officer got there, and she ran.
So if the purpose of 611 of the general manual is to provide medical services to people with mental health issues, you failed to do what was necessary for her to get the mental health services she needed, right?
I never got to that point.
Okay. So is it okay to tell the world that you failed to provide services because you never got to that point? Is that what you're telling this jury?
Like I said, it's a process that we do. It doesn't, not a specific process. So I just never got to that point.
Okay.
We're still investigating what's going on.
So let me ask you this real simple. You remember yesterday, before you ever approached Melissa Perez, when you were at the fire sprinkler box, and you had information from a credible person, Lieutenant Chris Hudson, now Captain Hudson, that she confessed to cutting the wires, that she said she was paranoid, that she said the FBI was listening to her, that I asked you at that point in time, you had enough to emergency detain her. Are you changing your testimony today?
No, like I said, I don't have to put her in handcuffs right away. If she's cooperative, it's up to me to decide when I do that.
All right, so, but the general manual tells you that you should, right?
It tells you as your discretion.
All right, and you knew she committed a misdemeanor or felony at that point in time, correct?
Yes, sir.
And so when you have probable cause to arrest someone, you arrest them first, and then you decide whether they're going to be ED later, correct? You told us that's what the General Manual 611 says.
Yes, sir.
All right, so if you agreed with me that you're supposed to arrest her first and then make the decision to ED later, you would agree with me that you failed to arrest, right?
Like I said, I never got to that point.
All right. So, is that your way of denying responsibility for your failure and your neglect of duty on this call?
Like I said, I never got to that point.
Is that ever an excuse?
I never got to that point.
All right. So we're playing this video. Tell us what we see Melissa Perez doing.
She's swinging a hammer at the window.
All right. And the hammer hits the window at 2:02:07. Would you agree?
Yes, sir.
All right. And what are all those sparkly things that we see in the air?
Glass.
All right. And that glass is going outwards, right?
Yes, sir.
And that glass is going in a cone shape in the direction of Alfred Flores, your sergeant, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so she's swinging the hammer and the glass is going in the direction toward Officer Flores. You would agree with me that a reasonable person could conclude that she was swinging a hammer in the direction of Alfred Flores, correct?
Yes, sir.
And a reasonable person could believe that her intention was to let go of that hammer and have that hammer go into the head of Alfred Flores, correct?
Yes, sir.
And it would be inexcusable for a San Antonio police officer not to defend a fellow officer under those circumstances. You would agree?
Yes, sir.
All right. Because you have a duty to defend someone from the use and from the unlawful use of deadly force, correct?
Yes, sir.
And her use of force with that hammer at that point in time was unlawful, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, had you arrested Melissa Perez, when you had an opportunity for 2 minutes to arrest her, all these things that we've seen on video would not have happened, June 23rd, 2023, correct?
There's always, everybody that gets there has a way of, they could do their own thing. I mean, I have no, I can't control what anybody else does. So somebody else that got there, that was in charge, could have done something different.
Okay,
So,
all right, let's break it down. If you had arrested her, she would have been in handcuffs, right?
yes, sir.
And if you had arrested her, you would have escorted her to your patrol car, correct?
Yes, sir.
And had you escorted her to your patrol car, you would have seat belted her in the car, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you would have closed your door, correct?
Yes, sir.
And the back seat of an SAPD SUV patrol car, can you open the door from the inside?
No, sir.
Is there a thing called a cage?
Yes, sir.
And did your car have a cage?
Yes, sir.
So if Melissa Perez had been handcuffed, put in the back of your patrol car, in a caged vehicle with no way to unlock the doors, she would remain there until you transported her to either the jail or an emergency detention facility, correct?
Yes, sir.
And if she was being transported to the jail or to an emergency detention facility, she would not have the opportunity to have been swinging a hammer at anyone, correct?
Yes, sir.
And had she been booked into jail or detained in a medical facility, she would not have had the ability to swing a hammer at anyone, correct?
Yes, sir.
So, if you had handcuffed her and did what you were supposed to do, you would agree with me, what we've seen on these videos never would have happened, right?
Like I said, I never got to that point.
So, if she was in the car, she couldn't have done those things. You agree?
Yes, but she was never on the car. I never got to that
Alright.
point.
So, that's what I'm asking. Had she been in the car, she wouldn't have been able to do those things, right?
Yes, sir.
And had she been in the car, Eleazar Alejandro, Alfred Flores, and Nathaniel Villalobos would not be here in court today. You agree? If you had put her in the car the way you were supposed to.
I just never got to that point.
Is that your way of excusing?
You could take it whatever way you want. That's just the way. That's my explanation.
All right.
I never got to that point.
All right. Did the chief of police find that excuse acceptable, that you never got to that point?
Like I said, I never got to that point. I was still doing an investigation.
All right, so you have never been charged with neglect of duty or incompetence by the San Antonio Police Department, correct?
No, sir.
And you would agree that your failure to arrest Melissa Perez and put her in a patrol car was neglect of duty or incompetence.
I never got to that point.
So that's what you're gonna stick to. You never got to that point.
Exactly, I never got to that point. I was still doing an investigation.
But the fact is, where you are at this point in time, you have no regrets about your failure to act?
Like I said, I was doing my job the way I always do it. And like I said, never got to that point.
You're doing your job the way you always do it?
Yes, sir.
All right. So isn't the truth that you were upset with the dispatcher and you didn't want to work that night? You were complaining about being crossed over and you were calling the dispatcher dumb, that she was canceling you. You talked about that for over 3 minutes. You stated that the only reason you're on dog watch is you've got good Saturdays.
Yes, sir.
And you were unhappy that you were being overworked. that
I never
calls
said
were
I was.
stacking?
I never said I was unhappy.
All right. Well, let's play what you want.
It's okay. You had the papers on my mic. We're good.
All right. play your body camera, and I'm gonna give you a transcript of the time in question. I'm gonna ask you to read it, as it's being played. Approach.
Yes.
I'm handing you, it's been marked as Exhibit 27. I want you to read along to yourself as we play this video and pay attention.
You want to identify what that is?
It's a transcript of his body-worn camera starting at approximately 1:08:03.
Your Honor, may I hold our witness a moment?
Yes.
Officer Rojas, if during the playing of this and the listening to that, you find any inaccuracies between what you read and what you see, can you let us know?
Yes, sir.
Do you disagree that that transcript is accurate?
Excuse me?
Can you?
Yes, sir.
alert us if
Yes, I'll let you know.
Find anything that you disagree with?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. That's all I have.
When he puts his hand up.
Follow along.
1, 2, and 3 side was where all right by the subs, like right out the gate, and then after that happened, like calls like were piling up, like a robbery came out, and then fucking it was busy. Like it's been nonstop, like anywhere from like 20 calls plus.
The thing is, she fucking, like, dude, I was over here in 160, right? So she sent me a cover 250. I get it, 250. The other rider, alright. So rather than the crazy thing is, I mean, the other rider, we're just busy. Man, it's 2 people, man. It's too many in there, right? I mean, at least. So she crosses me over to go cover him. I'm over there, dude. I'm like down the street, bro. She canceled me because one or 2 sites. Okay, Pierce. So I'm way over there by Mission del Lago. So I start driving back, and then she sends me over here.
I was like at UH on a major. It's a 16-year-old kid got pretty messed up too bad. And so I was there until TAD showed up, and I was coming from Central. And there was an accident in Central, so I was like 3 tours. Second entry. So that's why I messaged you. I'm like, so I'm coming from Central.
Yeah, it's like dumb, you know. 250, yeah, they're on their they're real busy, man. You could say we're at too many units. At least till we catch up, you know.
I'm 210 tonight.
What's up?
I'm 210 tonight. So that's the call rush.
Yeah. But they sent me out there to go cover him. Well then, and I was like, driving over there, and then somebody, I guess 221 clears. No, 220 clears. Somebody cleared. And they're a lot further than me, and she canceled me to cover them. Now, literally I'm in back of them. Yeah, so I just canceled out like, hey, it's dumb, bro. It's just dumb.
Who showed up?
Huh?
Who showed up?
Selena?
Where's another?
He's hurt? He's like this.
What's up?
What's up here? She was here yesterday. Wow, what are his ideas? Thursday, Friday? Or I guess he's off. Yeah, I guess he's off. I'm not sure what his ideas are. Either Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
What do you got?
Saturday, Sunday. Let me read down still here. 7.
Which nice.
Huh?
The weekends are nice.
Yeah, they are. I'm tired of working dog watch a little bit. I like having weekends off.
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
You?
Huh? I'm t-shirt.
I don't need
4. Gerald's my classmate.
Gerald? Switch on the 150. 150. I got it last year.
Who left so you can take it?
Who left? I don't know. Well, I got it
They just opened
in the
up.
free side, so Solano had it around here, and then so I got it over here, and then he went to the 2 sites, the Checo lab. So I was here, and then he left on Saturday, Sunday on the one side.
I thought Tacky had Saturday, Sundays.
He does also. Oh, what's the name? Has Saturday, Sunday? Cantu.
Oh, Country had Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah.
On what side?
Yeah. So he left, and then I went to the one side and got active. And
What's
then,
the business here?
Doug.
Oh, mine did?
Yeah. Doug had started something over
He
here.
and living three side.
That's it. Huh?
He and living three side.
Yeah, so I came over here to get them, and then, because Solano had them here, Solano took Pacheco's on the two side. So I was here for a bit, and then that's when Alex left, Cantu left, and I took his, and Doug took me.
Is there only one side or something? On three side and two side?
Yeah, I don't know why there's two on the one side. But me and Todd have it on the one side, and then there's one on each side.
That's like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's only one on the 63 side for a t-shirt.
It's weird, 'cause, like, Thursday, Friday, there's more than one.
Mayor Berkshire,
Yes.
you would agree that transcript's accurate, correct?
Except for some of the spellings of the names.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Aside from misspellings of names, it is correct, right?
Yes, sir.
We would tender to council Defendant's Exhibit 27. an opportunity to-
Objection.
Submitted.
You referred to the dispatcher throughout this section as she, correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry?
Yes, sir.
And you were complaining that she was making you work that night, correct?
Just the way she was sending us, like, all the way across the city.
All right. So this patch that you're wearing, does it say only my district?
No, sir.
Do you get to complain to the dispatcher if she sends you to another district?
I didn't complain to her.
Okay, that's not my question. You agree that the dispatcher can send you wherever?
Oh, yes, sir.
I'm sorry?
Yes, sir.
All right. And so whether you go to the 61 side, 62 side, 63, if the dispatcher sends you there, you're supposed to be going there happy that you got a job, right?
I'm supposed to be going. Yes, sir.
All right? And you shouldn't be complaining if she cancels you, right?
No, sir.
All right? So you weren't happy with the dispatcher that night, were you?
I wasn't happy. It's just some of the stuff that the distances, things like
You
that.
called her dumb, right?
No, I didn't. I said it's dumb.
All right? And you were complaining that you were canceled, right?
Yes, sir.
And you were complaining that you didn't like working dog watch, right?
I said I was tired.
All right?
When you work dog watch, you're physically tired.
And
You
you
get
said
tired.
the only reason you stayed there is because you have good weekends, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you waited for Salinas to take over the call, right?
We're there, and he texted me. He sent me a message to the CAD saying that he was on the way.
All right. And you were sitting in your car. By the way, did you have that printed out?
The what?
The MDT message?
No, sir.
All right. You could have had that printed out and known what time he said he was on the way, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, I don't know how to.
All right. So he sent you the message on the MDT while you were in the car, correct?
Yes, sir.
So if you were in the car at 12:51 through 12:57 or 58, that's when he would have sent you the message, right?
That's the time. I'm not sure exactly what time it was.
All right. And cars have what's called a GPS of all the red dots of all the cars in the section,
Yes, sir.
and you can find out where your fellow officer is, right?
Yes, sir.
So you knew that he was just around the corner on Pearsall Road and Sky Harbor or whatever it's called, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you knew he was about to show up, right?
Yes,
You
sir.
were sitting in the car.
Yes, sir.
All right. And you were waiting for him to show up so he could take over the call, right?
Well, he had texted me that he was going to take over the call. He had sent me a
All right.
message, so yes, sir.
And so if he takes over the call, you don't have to work, right?
No, sir. I'm still helping with whatever he needs.
All right, but if he takes over the call, you don't have to write a report, right?
Believe the reports are easy to write.
I'm sorry?
Reports are easy to write.
I'm sorry?
The reports, they're easy to write. I wouldn't have a problem writing a report.
All right, but you don't have to write a report if he takes over the call, right?
No, sir.
You agree you don't have to write a report if he takes over the call?
Yes, sir.
And if he takes over the call, you don't have to transport it, right?
No, sir.
You agree that the person assigned report responsibility transports the prisoner or the person being ED, correct?
Yes, most of the time. Yes, sir.
All right. So by him taking over the call, you wouldn't have to work, right?
No, I would go back in service.
I'm sorry?
I would go back in service, so yes, I would still have to work.
All right, but you wouldn't have to deal with Melissa Perez, right?
I would still have to go back in service.
Okay, so if you go back in service, that means returning to your district, right?
To wherever she sent me.
All right, and where was your district that night?
I believe it was 6120.
All right, so that's about 15, 20 minutes away?
Yeah, maybe give or take.
All right, so if you did not have to transport Melissa Perez, you'd be able to go back to your district, right?
Like I said, wherever she would send me.
All right, so can you see why a juror might think that I didn't get to this point was owing to you being lazy and neglecting your duties to take action?
No, sir.
All right. Now, if the call had actually ended, shouldn't someone initiate a new call if the call had ended?
No, sir.
All right. So you're saying there's not going to be a new IDR?
For the same call we're on?
Yes.
No, sir.
All right. So the fact that you turned off your camera has nothing to do with the call continuing, right?
Excuse me?
The call continues whether you turn off your camera or not. You would agree?
So I turned off my camera when we end the call.
Okay. So did the call end or not?
At that point, we were walking back to our vehicles, so yes, it did end.
So they didn't create two new IDRs, did they?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
All right. Have you ever seen a second IDR created?
No, sir.
All right. So does it stand to reason that if the same IDR has everybody continuing on the call never really ended, did it? Even though you turned off your camera?
Like I said, so even if the call ends, if the other officer is still typing up the report, we're not gonna stay on the call just because the CAD is still on, the key card is still open. We'll clear, we'll turn off our camera, we'll clear, and we'll go back in service. Just because the officer is still on this call and typing up the report, we're not gonna stay on the, we're gonna go back in service. We'll go back in service.
What you just
So just
said
because
makes no sense to me, and I'll tell you why and ask you if you agree with me. You turned off your camera before you ever got back to your car, correct?
yeah, it's a couple, I wasn't too far from my car.
Okay. Do you have like supervision to see in the distance on your MDT?
Excuse me?
Do you have supervision where you can see from a distance your MDT?
Do you?
I'm asking you.
I don't know.
Okay. So, when you turned off your camera, you couldn't see your MDT, correct?
No.
All right. And so the key card was still open as far as you knew, correct?
Yes, sir. It's open to the handling officer, and everybody clears from it. It stays open.
All right. And you never saw on this IDR that the call was terminated at 1:20 when you turned your camera off, right?
If I never saw it, what? The actual,
The IDR never closed the call, did it?
it doesn't close the call. The officer closes the call on the actual key card. When they're done with the call, they close the call.
All right, but on the IDR, the key card, on the computer, no officer, you, Salinas, or Ramos, closed this call either 5 minutes before 1:20 or 5 minutes after 1:20. You would agree with that?
Oh yes, we were walking to our car. We turned off our cameras and we're walking to our car. We were about to get inside our vehicles.
So nothing on the IDR indicated that the call had been closed when you turned off the camera, right?
like I said, it's not gonna indicate anything is closed until the officers, everybody clears from it, and the honey officer gives his disposition, then it'll close.
So can this jury conclude that the IDR was still open, the key card was still open, even though you turned off the camera at around 1:20?
Yes.
All right, that's good.
Everybody okay on the jury? Don't be shy.
Judge, to that point, I do have some analog visuals I need to set up, so I could use a few minutes. I don't mind doing it now in front of everyone, but it may take me about 5 minutes to get everything set up.
All right, in that case, let's go ahead and take a short break.
All right, for the jury? Please be seated.
If you ever need a break, Mary, tell me too. If you ever need a break, you let me know.
Thank you, Jay. I'm good.
Anytime.